Good morning, everyone. I'm Maheshwari, the Department, RM Engineering College. This video, I'm going to give an introduction about the subject sensors and transducer. In that, Unit 1 is introduction part. So, in this introduction part, we'll discuss the basics of measurement and the block diagram of measurement system and the methods of measurement. And we'll go to the functional blocks of the measurement systems. What are the basics of measurement? So measurement, what is a measurement? It is, we are comparing the quantity to be measured with the predefined standard, and the results what we obtain is known as the measurement. And since the two quantities are compared here, the results is expressed in numerical values. So a measurement, what we have done will be meaningful if it is satisfy the two requirements. The standard which we are using it for comparison, it should be accurately known and it should be completely acceptable. And the procedure and the equipment used for obtaining this comparison should be a probable model. And the methods of measurement. So the direct comparison method and indirect comparison method. There are two methods of measurement. In direct comparison method, the unknown quantity, that is the measurement, it is directly compared with the standard quantity. And the result is expressed in the numerical value and unit. And this is common measurement of physical quantities. And this direct measurement is not widely used and it is not applicable in all industries. It is inaccurate because it might involve the human error and it is less sensitive. So it is rarely used. Whereas the next method of measurement is indirect comparison method. In this method, the parameter to be measured is compared with the standard and through a calibrated system. And this method is widely used in many industries. So this is the block diagram of measurement system. The input quantity, that is the true value or a variable, is given to the measurement system, and the output quantity or a measured variable is obtained from the measurement system. So this is about the introduction of the measurement system. Next, we'll move to the functional elements of the measurement system. So the different blocks of the functional element of measurement system is primary sensing element, variable conversion element, variable manipulation element, data presentation element, and data transmission element. So these are the different blocks. The quantity to be measured is given as the input to the primary sensing element. So this primary sensing element, it makes the first contact with the primary sensing measurement system. Here, in this primary sensing element is a transducer. This transducer converts one form of energy into other form. Here, it is converting the measuring into the analogous electrical signal. And the next block is the variable conversion element. So in this variable conversion element, the output of the primary sensing element, that is the electrical signal, is given to this variable conversion element. So it may be a voltage or a frequency or some other electrical parameters, but this is not suitable for the measurement system. So this instrument performs a desired function. It converts the output suitable for the remaining part of the signal. Say for example, if it is an analog signal from the first stage and it should be a next stage, it should be a digital signal. Then we are using an analog to digital conversion here as a variable conversion element. So the output of this variable conversion element is given to the variable manipulation element. So the main function of the variable manipulation element is to manipulate the data. So the signal here, it should be preserved and the original nature should be maintained. Here the manipulation means here the numerical value should be changed. Say for example, if you take an electronic amplifier, it accepts the small voltage, whereas the output should be an amplified voltage. So this variable manipulation element performs this operation and produces an output signal whose voltage is greater in amplitude. Thus, the voltage amplifier acts as a variable manipulation element. And the output of this variable manipulation element is given to the data transmission element, and data presentation element. So when the element of an instrument, if it is physically separated, it is necessary to transfer the data from one to another place. This is done with the help of this variable transmission element. So the signal conditioning and the transmitting stage is known as an intermediate stage. The transmitted element should be presented. That is done with the help of this data presentation or controlling element. It should be presented to the view to the person who is measuring the instrument. So the information about the quantity under measurement, which has to be conveyed to the person who is handling the system. So for analysis purpose, we comes across this data presentation element. Whatever information conveyed, it should be understandable by the person. This is done with the help of this data presentation element. And the output or the data of the system, it can be monitored by visual display devices, or it can be stored by recording devices such as analog and digital recording instruments. So in industries, for control and analysis purpose, we use comparison computers for storing this data. The final stage in a measurement system is known as terminating stage. And this control stage or the data presentation stage is the final stage. And if you require any feedback for control purpose, that is given from this stage to accomplish the control objective. So this is about the functional elements of the measurement systems. Thank you, everyone.